Okay, it's in the 70s here, and time to start thinking about getting my bike ready for the road again. It's warm enough to open my garage and get after it. So, what I'm doing today is removing the shock because in another video where I show the swing arm is loose, or it was moving side to side, which I thought was a big deal, and it wasn't. I also saw in that video, if you look, that there was up and down play, and it turned out to be the top bushing on the shock absorber. You can see it in my video where I have the wheel off and I sit the camera in the wheel well there and move the swinging arm up and down. So today I'm going to take that bushing, take the shock out. Now to do that, you take this hose beside the battery out of its holder, because that goes to that housing, that rubber cover around the whole shock body. So you take that out, and you take the 19mm nut off of the air, the Schrader valve for the air to go into the suspension there on the right side of the bike. Okay. Then you jack the bike up. I did it with my scissor lift here that I got on eBay. I paid $50 for that, free shipping, and now I think they're about $67. I bought that back when I had my Goldwing about 3 years ago. And as you can see, I put a board across because this tab here, you can see that metal tab, and there are two tabs welded to the frame that I cut slots in the 2x4, and that's not going to move from in there. So anyway, I have that supporting it instead of these two saddles, because I noticed one of the saddles was bent. See how that one there is bent? I guess I didn't have it centered under a tube. I think I'm going to beef up these saddles with something a little thicker. They're just bolts that all thread, and that makes them adjustable for height in case your frame isn't even. And that's a pretty heavy duty thing there too. I love this it's rated at 1,100 pounds. But anyway, instead of using that, I'm using a 2x4 to go across there. And you could use a 2x4 with a floor jack, but then you have to put the floor jack in the middle, and that puts all the weight on the... It would make the wood want to have a tendency to break, possibly, if you don't have a good board. So putting it on this flat surface supports the whole board. Okay, so I took the nut off of the shock mount and I lowered the bike down on the scissor lift here until this bolt is floating. See, that's moving in and out. So there's no stress, no weight on that. And I took the nut off the top one. See if I can get a shot of that for you. And that should also not have any weight on it. I'll put the light right in front of it. But you can see that bolt in there on the top, and that's where the bushing is that I have to replace. So with the air hose and that vent, disconnected, that should be okay. Are you going, honey? All right, I'll see you later. Bring me a surprise. So that's what I'm doing now. This is part one. I will put part two in once the shock is out.